Welcome to the first edition of Laundromat News. Today, this is the first episode where we're rounding up news stories relevant to this industry and to us as laundromat owners. And I want to give you just a brief synopsis of what is going on in this industry today. So what I've done is I've compiled some stories and I'm just going to tell you the news and what's going on. If you are listening to this and you would like to do a laundromat press release of some sort, maybe you're a company that has a merger or a product release or something like that, or you're a laundromat owner and you're doing some cool event or something like that, and you just want people to know, or maybe you just bought your first laundromat, you just want to share that with people. This is news by laundromat owners for laundromat owners, and feel free to drop a line at news@laundromatresource.com. We will be releasing this episode every Friday to share the news in the laundromat industry. So news@laundromatresource.com. So let's do a little bit of a roundup here on what is going on in the industry. And first and foremost, I have got to start with a shout out to Waleed Cope for putting on the Laundry CEO Forum last week. And by the way, this is August 16th, 2024. Last week, Waleed put on the Laundry CEO Forum, and I just want to congratulate him. It was an incredible event. Once again, a laundromat owner coming in and saying, we don't have to rely on anybody else. We can do this ourselves. If nobody else is doing it well, we're going to do it well. And Waleed, let's just say he did it well. So it was great. Incredible speakers. The venue was amazing. The ambiance was unbeatable, and the attendees were incredible. It was really great to see a lot of you guys over there. If you missed out on that, and if Waleed puts on another Laundry CEO Forum conference, you have got to go. It's just, you have to go. It was incredible. Best event in the laundromat industry I've been in so far. This is the news, and I'm not supposed to be biased, but there it is. Okay. A lot of you guys heard about the explosion in Ocala, Florida, that happened a couple of weeks ago, actually. And if you didn't hear, there was an explosion at a laundromat in Ocala, Florida. It seems to be related to a gas leak. And I actually saw a video of the explosion happening. It was incredible and it was devastating. So if you want to see and hear more about that, we'll put some links in our Friday newsletter that goes out. So if you're not subscribed to that, go subscribe on laundromatresource.com to the newsletter. We'll be sharing links to all of these stories every Friday as this comes out. But a really good opportunity for us to just take a pause and remember, what we're doing is important. And also we need to make sure we're doing it safely. So don't neglect safety. Make sure your gas lines are all sealed up. Make sure you don't have too much lint going on. We don't want lint fires either. It's just a good opportunity for us to pause and just, check our business over, make sure everything's good. Many of you guys will be excited to know that Beyonce filmed a Levi's commercial in a laundromat in New Jersey somewhere. So listen, laundromats, we're kind of a big deal right now. But anyways, congrats to that laundromat owner who had Beyonce filming a Levi's commercial. Pretty cool. And, something interesting that happened this last week or maybe a week ago is Tide, who has been putting out laundromat franchises, just opened up their first franchise in Dallas. They did a couple of days of free wash to kick that thing off. So Dallas, you've got Tide in your backyard now. So keep an eye on that. And, with these franchises come in, I just want to take a second. Again, this is a really good time for us to just, take a step back outside of our day-to-day and say, hey, what makes us as laundromat owners, independent owners and operators susceptible to things like a Tide franchise coming into our backyard? And it only happens because we're not taking care of our business. We're not running things like we should. So now is the time to up your game. Now is the time to level up your laundromat business. So if your store is not spick and span and clean, spend the weekend getting that thing spick and span. If all the machines aren't working, go get all the machines working. Take care of the basics and then go from there. Okay, so Dallas, Tide is in your backyard. Huge congratulations to Sense, the software system that you've probably seen and heard all over the place. They just announced a $40 million, I think it's a second round of raise. So congrats to Alex Chakowski, who's been on the podcast a couple times, and we've done some Q&As together, and the whole rest of the Sense team over there. That's a big deal for them, but also a big deal for us because, Sense is trying to push tech further in our industry and is trying to give us more tools and resources to help us succeed. And yes, of course, they're a business trying to succeed also, but hopefully that's going to be a win-win for us. So congrats to those guys. And hey, Alex, why don't you spend a little bit of money sponsoring the news segment over here? Just think about it. I'm just kidding, but congrats to those guys, and keep an eye on what they've got going on. Maybe they'll be announcing some stuff on this news segment of the podcast. Finally, I wanted to just shout out to Las Vegas. They have been having some difficulties over there with water restrictions due to some flooding that contaminated water. And I just saw a news segment that, again, I'll link in the Friday newsletter over at laundromatresource.com. Go sign up over there. I'll link it there. But I just saw that car washes and laundromats, they're starting to ease up on the restrictions. Still not a great sign over there. I think, I can't remember exactly what the news segment said, but I think it said something to the effect of laundromats can operate their normal business hours Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. So they still have restrictions on when they can do business and how much water they can use over there. So if you're in that Vegas market, hang tough. Sounds like they're trying to ease up some restrictions, and it's great to hear that they are acknowledging how our businesses operate and the needs that we have and how we serve our community. So keep serving those communities well over there, Las Vegas. Okay, those are the news stories from the last week or two. We'll be dropping an episode on Fridays. If this is something that's interesting to you, again, tune in every Friday. If this is something that you're not at all interested in, you can skip these episodes, or you can send me a message saying, hey, this is lame, stop doing it. And I might stop doing it, but I'll probably keep doing it because I just want to help everybody know what's going on and help people see the big picture of what's happening. And again, if you are someone who has something that you would like to do a press release for, news at laundromatresource.com, and we'll get it on the episode. All right. We'll see you next week on the Laundromat Resource News Show.